Good noon to everyone. Today discuss about the petroleum refining and petrochemicals. Some introductions part and the role of crude oil in the basics of petroleum જોઈશું આપણે. Now start. Many economics believe that the economic rate is directly linked to the consumptions. ઇન્ડિયામાં કેટલું પેટ્રોલ આપણે કન્ઝ્યુમ્સ કરીએ છીએ પેટ્રોલિયમ ક્રૂડ ઓઇલ તે આપણે પર્સન્ટેજ વાઇઝ જોવાના છે. It is seen that the world economic growth rate declining the 3.1 percentage only 3.1 to 4.1 the previous year in 2004, while China's foreign economy 8.1 percentage. And the Indian economic survey says India's economic growth rate expect around 6 to 8 percentage as per the GOI यानी कि but this is the some ideas. And the reality, it may be not more than 5% during 2005. The many planner believes that oil consumption is directly related growth rate that marginally varies. To find demanding during 2005 is expected to the about 90% from China for an equivalent to the 4.5 billion tons of the oil. At this rate of the consumption, the world rivers are expected to last another 40 years. Oil consumption by USA alone is nearly around 900 million tons per annum. And while the margin is refining in many countries are coming down as low as $3 per barrel. In the Europe, in India's, it is very high, more than world average about 4 to 5 due to the low marginals. The many US refineries of smaller size less than 3 million metric tons per hour and are the closed more than the 50% of refinery. About the 250 refinery were closed out of the 650 refineries opening at peak time. Okay, by the 2010, demanding oil in India will be about 140 million metric tons per annum. Of the 100 million metric ton will have be imported કરવામાં આવ્યું છે એટલું. ઓકે, સિમ્પલી શું કીધું છે આપણને જે રિયાલિટી છે પેટ્રોલિયમ રિફાઇનરીની મોડ્સ ઓફ મોર દેન 5% ડ્યુરિંગ 2005માં કરેલું છે આપણે. અને મેની પ્લેનર્સ બિલીવ દેટ ઓઇલ કન્ઝપ્શન્સ is directly related growth rate through marginally varies. The world oil demand during 2005 is expected to be about 90 million metric barrel per. Okay, and the 4.5 million tons આપણે consume કરીએ છીએ. At this rate જે આપણે આખા વર્લ્ડમાંથી કન્ઝપ્શન કરીએ છીએ and the last another 40 years સુધી. Okay, oil consumption in the United States of America in the alone is nearly around 900 million tons per annum. And while the margin is refining in many countries are coming down as low as $3 per barrel. In India, it is very high, more than world average, about 4.05 due to the low marginals. Many US United States refineries of smaller size less than the 3 million metric tons per annum were closed in more than 50% refinery. About 250 refineries were closed out of the 650 refineries operating at peak time. In 2010. Okay, now the Petronet, the first importer of liquefied petroleum gas, natural gas, into the country is making arrangement of bring 5 million metric tons per annum and of the liquefied natural gas for Petronet commenced at the terminal at the Hage in Gujarat and successfully market the 2.5 million tons from quarter to 20 million metric ton. The LNG is to be the imported. After liberalizations, the multinational have entered the oil field and are giving good competition in all petroleum products to native companies. Royal Dutch shall return to India and setting up the retail outlets to market the products also, especially in marketing. LPG Petronet is a competitor for ONGC company and the GAIL SR. They are entering market along with the IOC, HPCL, BPCL and the IBP. These are almost company produce the refinery. Okay, these companies are the produce the petroleum crude. And RIL will step up the its production part from kg basins to 40 mmcmd for 2007 with some investment part 10,757 crores. And the RIL has till date made 12 gases found in the deep sea block KGDWN. The estimate shows about 8.3 trillion effect in the field. The discover in D6 block has estimate of 14 trillion craft gas. The growth in a consumption of petroleum, some petroleum products, mainly the fuels, is surprising 6%, which is very difficult to be managed by Indian industries. Hence, the foreign companies are invited again, correcting the fault of nationalizations of oil companies. A second liquefied natural gas terminal is being set up at Hazira by sell to the 2.5 million metric ton and liquefied natural gas from 2005 Hazira is being designed to handle 5 million. So, liquefied natural gas and the capacity will be expanded to 10 million tons for IOC in the setting up the thermal on the east coast near China to handle be from the iron. There will be total sales for IOC to 4.5 million metric tons per annum. In addition, Crime Energy India operates with 5 lakhs on this company. Sri Lanka substantially in the GAIL company also for entry into the Egypt and Iran. Also ONGC Videsh Nigam, this company for 3.3 million metric tons in Sudan. Okay, the consumption of petroleum by the whole world is higher than 4200 million tons. For OPEC presently produce 27 million metric tons. The demand is much more from China and India's for Korea. In addition to the demand on the hurricanes and storms disturb US oil fields and refining this March, the abrupt increases in crude prices to the $60 per barrel. In 2005, Indian since in the production of oil is same as it was decade. Oil produce around 3 million metric tons per annum, while small private players produce 2.5 million. Okay, only consumption and the ONGC company are having rivers of 199 and 1128 million metric tons. By inviting private parties and multinational the pricings of petroleum products, many change of these government will exercise its share of opinion, hence there may not be any benefit for consumer. Some expect perhaps more availability in this phenomena. Okay, and the some challenges before the oil companies will be to manage the product prices and keep the products of high quality as per Europe. For 11 norms, in fact, through pollution may be regarded as well as the highest priority. There is no need to the different high grades of petrol like 91 octane high speed, extra premium, extra mile. In the name of these brands, consumer can be easily cheated as there is no strict method of some testing as is followed in western countries also. The further the conditions of the testings, the roads, the waiting time and the signal points overrule the quantity of speed and quality oils, thus the Euro 11 norms will have no meaning even is USA. For different grades of the gas are sold. The major consumptions is of regular quality. The cheapest one as in India for some situation is clear in having poor resources in oil and gas. Hence the alternative fuels and blending plays vital role in these directions. The hope is in alcohol, vegetable oils. Any vegetable oil is suitable for running diesel engine. However, in our country, where there is huge storage of edible oils and with limited land, the program of cultivations of oil seeds will face tremendous difficulties. In other countries, in Malaysia, palm oil is plenty. In the USA, soybean એમાંથી આપણે જે ઓઇલ નું પ્રોડક્શન કરીએ છીએ for tremendous difficulties in other countries also. Okay. And this petroleum refinery crude oil માં જોઈએ તો આપણે સમ રોલ ઓફ રોડ જોઈશું, પ્રેઝન્ટ સિનારીઓ કેટલો છે તે જોઈશું આપણે. Okay. Now for in Malaysia and soybean largely available, sunflower or rapeseed oil is available in Europe. Some studies a researcher are Cornell and California. Some university 29% more fusion energy is required to turn corn into ethanol, and also the various form of grass and wood required, the 45% more than required also. Okay. Now the rivers and deposited of the world, there are few parts of the world which are self-sufficient in energy. Russia and Eastern, also Europe, are largely self-sufficient in energy and they never look for outside supplies of oil. And Middle East Africa, the major oil producers are expert of huge energy, while Japan is a leaching importer of energy and the USA is also energy producing country, but its commitments have grown to such an extent that is it is now a major importer of energy. And the apart for this some scientist name for some China's. Okay, simply there are the few parts of the world in the self-sufficient Russian instance. Europe are largely self-sufficient in energy, and they never looked for outside supplies of a fuel oil. The Middle East, Africa, the major oil producer are expert of huge energy, while Japan is leading importer of energy. The US is also energy producing country, but its commitment have grown to such as extent that is it is now a major importer of energy. Okay, thank you.